Hello, hello. Welcome to Crafty Chemist. How's everybody doing on this Sunday? I'm live now. Today we're going to be making this fun fold card. It's going to be so fun and it's so easy. When you hop on, say hello. So I know you're here. If you are watching the replay, say hashtag replay so I know you watched. Hi, Julie. So today we are going to be making this fun fold card. It kind of reminds me of one of those flying seagull cards, but it's not really. Hi, Opal. Welcome. Welcome from Alabama. Hi, Mom. So we're going to be making this fun fold card. It's an easier version of the flying seagull, and I don't think it's as, heavy. So, and I will be featuring the Pick a Season stamp set, which I'm really, really loving. It is part of Sale-A-Bration. So Sale-A-Bration is still going on until February 28th. And if you don't know about Sale-A-Bration, for every $60 that you spend, you can get one of these items from this catalog for free. And this set actually is from the Sale-A-Bration. So this stamp set is free with a $60 purchase. So you still have some time to gather what you want, gather your list and figure out what you want. These items are you can get free with a $120 purchase. These ones come with it's a stamp set and a die set. This is really, really popular in the consultant page, so people really, really love that. I don't have that one. There's also a join special. If you sign up to be a demonstrator, you get $125 worth of product for $99. Plus, you get this exclusive stamp set and you get to pick 2 marker sets. Or you can, if you don't want these, you can get an additional $30 in product. So Sale-A-Bration is a really good time. It is a one of the biggest promotions Stampin' Up does. Hi, Dee. Oh, good. Yeah, it's easy to make. I didn't write up a blog post about it yet, but I can. So, let me see. So, about this Pick a Season set, it's really fun because it has this tree and then it's got these openings that you can stamp in depending on what the season is, different things. So I have a sample like this one. This one you could use for Valentine's Day, but I didn't need any more Valentine's cards, so I just made this a happy birthday, which I think is perfectly fine. But there's also St. Patrick's Day. There's Easter. There are these roses, and I used it for Mother's Day because for roses, but it could be for a wedding. It could be just for a hello. And then this one, they also have like little leaves. So you can see there's just like the regular leaves. And you could either color them in the same color if you just want a tree. I made this one look like it was kind of fall. And the reason I picked these is because I did use the the bokeh paper. So I tried to, match the colors because I was using the bokeh paper, which it's called Beautiful Bokeh 6x6. The colors are Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and Fresh Freesia. So this is the coral. This is the Daffodil Delight. This is a Fresh Freesia. Um, this one, I think it's supposed to be, I don't know, the Balmy Blue. It's a little bit, it's got yellow in it too. And then this one is the Berry Burst. So you can see the Berry Burst. So anyway, that's why I picked these colors, and that's why I made this one kind of fall looking, because I wanted it to go with the coral. Oh, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, it could have been red. Like I probably might prefer red or pink or something. But like I said, I was trying to match the bokeh, the beautiful bokeh paper, so I could feature all of it. So that's why I went with the yellow to match the daffodil. Okay, so this set I think is a really good choice for the Sale-A-Bration because you can use it, basically from February all the way through the fall. Um, so I just think it's, kind of a good deal. It's got, like I said, Valentine's, St. Patrick, roses, Easter, and then just regular leaves. Okay. Okay, so like I said, I used this. I thought that for today, since St. Patrick's Day is coming up, I might make a St. Patrick's Day one. Does that seem okay? I think that's what I'm going to do, just because it's St. Patrick's Day coming up. So I thought for the paper for today, instead of using the bokeh, I was thinking about using the shy. Oh no, that's not it. This one. This is Shy Shamrock, right? Because you want to use Shy Shamrock for your Shamrock cards, right? I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I just thought it went with it. So I have these scraps. Actually, I'm going to do this with scraps of the DSP, and then I have um the cardstock for the main, the main piece. So I'm going to make the um St. Patrick's Day version. Okay, so let's get started. And let's cut the paper. Okay, so you're going to need some basic white paper for the base. So it actually is put together differently than what I was expecting. So this piece here, this back piece, is a flat piece, and then the sort of seagull part is attached on top of that. So I thought that was kind of fun because you see this has like little space on the sides, and then you've got the other um, rectangle on the top. So what we need is 8 by 5.5. So 8 inches by 5.5. So let's do the 5.5. And then 8. So we are going to need to cut off a 1/2 inch here. Okay, it's not 8.5, it's 8. Okay, so this is going to be the part that is the seagull kind of part. Okay. And then we need 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 5.5. Good. So this one. And then 3.5 by 5.5. Okay. So I'll show these with my ruler so you can see, in case you're on mute or something. So this is 5.5 by 8. This is 4.25 by 5.5. And then this one is 3.5 by 5.5. And if you didn't get those measurements, just take a screenshot of the ruler. Oh, it looks like my blade needs changed out a little bit. Okay, now let's do the DSP. And like I said, I'm going to try and get, I think I have enough to use these. If I don't, we'll go back to the bokeh, but I kind of want to do this. Okay, so for the DSP, we need 2 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 5.25. So that's these pieces here, 3/4. These ones are 3/4 of an inch by 5.25. So I'm going to use, I think, this one for that. So let's cut 3/4 by 5.25. So I'm gonna have to measure the. There you go. Okay. So these 2 pieces are 3/4 of an inch, and now I need them to be 5.25. Since this paper is 6 inches, I'm going to have to cut off 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Okay, so these ones again, 3/4 by 5.25. Okay. And then we need 2 pieces that are 1 inch by 5.25. And I'm going to cut the 5.25 first. Where is the other? Here it is. I was like, I knew I had 2 pieces. I need 2 pieces to make this work. Okay, so let's do 5.25 first, because then it's going to be hard to cut. So I need 2 pieces that are 1 inch. Let's see, okay. So this piece is 2 inches, so that's perfect. So I cut this one in half. So this is actually a pretty good card because you can use scraps like this. So, okay, so these ones are 1 inch, 1 inch by 5.25. And then again, this one is 1 inch by 5.25. And then I need 1 piece that is 1.25 by 5.25. And you only need 1 of these ones. And I'll show you why you don't need the companion piece as soon as I show this. Okay, so this is 1.25, 1.25 by 5.25. Okay, and this piece goes right here. So you don't need the companion piece because you actually glue this on top of that piece there. Okay. Okay, I think we've got everything cut. Oh, I need this. We need the dark piece there, and that one is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So this is I just use a solid piece underneath this. So 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to use, I was going to use the Shy Shamrock, but do you think I should use the spruce? Well, let's use this Shy Shamrock and see how that goes. If we want to use the darker color, because for the, I'm going to use Shy Shamrock for these, and then spruce for the darker ones. So we'll see. Let's see, 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, then we'll see how it looks. Hey, Vicky, you have fun at the cat farm today? Okay, now we need to take the bigger piece. We're making this Funfold card. Making the Funfold card. And we're going to score it. So we are going to score it at 1.5 and 2 3/4, 5 1/4, and 6.5. But basically, I think you could do 1.5 and then 2 3/4 and then flip it around. So the first score is at 1.5, 1.5 there, and then the other one's at 2 3/4. Okay. So this one, we're going to fold these edge ones back. Fold this one back. And I'm using my bone folder to burnish that. And then fold this one sort of in. So it sort of makes a shape like that. And then this one in. Okay. So it should look like that. Okay. Now, if you were going to put a sentiment inside, I would do it now. I didn't on this one, and I tried to stamp the inside sentiment after I did all of this, and it's really not that well. I guess I didn't want to do it like this because it would be lumpy because there is this paper behind it. So I'm going to stamp this now, and I had a St. Patrick's Day stamp set, the one with the rainbow and I think it had a cauldron with coins or whatever. Um, I must have sold it. because I dug through my stuff and I did not see it. So I'm using I'm going to use this just to brighten your day from the Sharing Loving Crafting. This is an online exclusive. What's nice about this set, I really kind of recommend this set because it's got handcrafted by and you can sign your name. And then happiness inside, you could put this on the envelope. And then, you know, this would make a cute tag or just the inside, you know, of a card. And then it also has a Stampin' Up. So if you sell the cards that you make with Stampin' Up products, you need to have the Stampin' Up copyright. So this is a good one. Okay, and I'm going to use, I think, Shaded Spruce for this. This is a new stamp, so I'm hoping that it's going to stamp good. But yeah, I recommend putting this stamping before you attach everything. Learn from my mistakes. Oh, I got a little bit, probably wouldn't show up, but I did get some on the inside of my stamp there. I'm going to re-ink it because I have some scratch paper here. Let me get some ink on or water on that. So yeah, I guess go gentle. I was trying to see how this stamps before I do it on my paper. No, perfect. Stamps perfect. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to center it in between the score lines there. Okay, so hint, stamp the inside before you attach it. I mean, it's possible to do it without it, or, you know, after, but I found it to be easier. Or I figured it would be easier. Okay, let's put this back. But I love this set too. Okay. So what's the next step? So first we're going to adhere. This may seem interesting, but adhere the 2 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4 strips to the DSP to the left and right side of the 4 1/4 by 5 inch piece. So this piece here, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So what you need to do is take these pieces that are 3/4 of an inch and we're going to put them like this. And you want to glue them so that um, it has an even border around. So what that is it's hard to show this, but these pieces here, here, and here. Okay. So let's glue these down. I told you this is put together differently than what I was expecting personally. Okay, so I'm going to put this down and I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch, you know, all the way around. And then let's do this side. Not too much glue. Okay. Now, we're going to adhere this to the center between where we just um, between these two pieces. I would, before you do that, I would make sure that these how you have it scored, that these meet in the middle. So make sure that this is going to meet in the middle and that they don't overlap. Okay. But now let's just put a bead of glue right around here. And then we're going to adhere this down. And then the main thing I would say is you want to make sure that it's even at the top and the bottom. You don't really want it to be sticking out. I feel like on mine, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a little bit of an edge. I don't know. Not, I mean, you can't tell, but you know, me being the OCD person that I am, I I don't like that. So I would, you know, kind of make sure. And then let's just kind of, okay, so what I'm going to do is let's leave this on here. And then I'm going to put let's put like a little bit of a weight on it. I'm going to weigh it down just so it stays, you know, it's, it glues down pretty good. And then let's stamp our things here. Okay, so this piece that you cut is the piece that we're going to glue on. And then we put this underneath or on top. So what we need is we need a piece of white to stamp on. And so that piece of white is 3 inches by 5 inches. You could also, I mean, if you're just doing this with some beautiful DSP, for instance, that thoughtful journey. You know, if you have papers like this, like you could just, I mean, wouldn't that be beautiful just on here, just by itself without stamping? And then put a little, you know, hello or something on there, you know. So you don't have to stamp. You could, you know, use something like this. So that's another option. But I am going to stamp. So I need a piece that's 3 by 5. Three by 5. And this will fit this stamp set, you know, really nicely. Has anybody picked this pick a season stamp set for their Sale-A-Bration item? Did anybody else pick this? Because I didn't really appreciate the stamp set until I got it. Um, so actually I'm gonna bring this one over because I'm doing this piece here. Okay. So let's get the leaves. Let's like do the tree part first. Now I found that you can see this part here, it's got like, it almost looks like 2 spaces. That really is going to be where the trunk comes in. So that's this space here. So that's the part that you want to be down at the bottom. So you see, this is where the trunk is going to go. So You want that to be at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to use, I was like, I can't find my colors. Okay, I'm going to use Shy Shamrock because I figured you have to use Shy Shamrock if I'm making a Shamrock card. And then this is going to be the Shamrocks, it's the shaded spruce. So I'm going to I'm going to ink this up with, trying to figure out how to do it so you can see it best. Oh, you got this, Vicky? Okay, well, good. I really am liking it. Like I said, it's a very versatile stamp set because you can make Valentine's weddings. Like you can use a heart one for weddings. You can use it for an anniversary card. I feel like you can even use it for um like a love card or, whatever. Okay. Because of the hearts, and then you got the shamrocks. You've got the Easter cards. I'll show those again. All of the different ones. I think the Easter eggs are my favorite, although I think if I did the roses in red instead of the yellow, I might like it the best. I mean, I like it. I like it in yellow, but right now the Easter one is my favorite. Those eggs are so cute. But I do love the roses. I do love the roses. I think these would be really pretty in red. But this bokeh paper didn't have any red, so I went with the yellow. Okay. Let's see. This down. And now let's do the trunk, the tree trunk. I'm going to use espresso. I don't have any brown Stampin' Up inks. So apparently that needs to be on my list, but I don't have any brown. So let's use espresso. And stamp it right here like this. Very good. And you do want it to kind of go up into where the leaves are, okay? Let me clean this off. And now all we have to do is the shamrock part. Put this away. And then, so the shamrock. So like I said, they've got eggs, roses, hearts, shamrocks, and then other leaves. So you can fill those spaces in with other leaves. And I have seen people fill them in with other leaves, and use different colors, like different colors of green. I thought those looked really, really nice. Put this back on so that it. Okay. I'm gonna use my little 1x1. Thanks, Vicky. And ink it up. I'm using shaded spruce. I haven't tried these two together. On this one, I use sage, but I really wanted to use shy shamrock because I'm making shamrocks. So put this here. Oh, that looks cute. You can kind of see they are shaped in kind of like can you see like a cluster of three? And so there is these holes, these openings in the leaves are kind of Can you see that one's kind of the best representation? These openings are kind of in almost a triangle. So makes it easy to, figure out how to stamp them in there. There we go, and one more. There we go. Love it. Okay. Let me put this back. These little ones you have to put back right away so you don't you don't lose them. This one also has these nice clouds, which I find would be really useful. If I was doing this on a card front instead of a more slim strip, I would put a couple clouds in the background. Okay, and then the sentiment. I will tell you that I used an old Close to My Heart stamp set. This is actually one of the last stamp sets that they put out. Because if you remember, they started to sell right at the very end those little, they were kind of almost chipboard, but not quite as heavy as chipboard, like banners, flags, those sorts of things. And so they sold these stamp sets to fit on those little chipboards. And this is a great set. Unfortunately, you can't get it anymore, but it does have a Happy St. Patrick's Day. And so, and it also has Happy Easter. I used that one, Best Mom Ever. So I used this set pretty much for almost all of these. And then this Happy Birthday, I think that did come from a Stampin' Up set. And Truly Thankful for You. That one came from there was an autumn set that came from. So I'm going to use this. I will tell you that there is a nice stamp set coming out for Mother's Day. Like I use Best Mom Ever for this, but let me see. Oh, this is a sneak peek of ones that will be released in March. She's the Greatest. So you could do You're the Best. You're the best grandma. You're the best mom, cat mom, dog mom, plant mom, grandma, aunt, so really great. This is a really great set. This will be great for Mother's Day. So I thought about using that one if I did the Mother's Day version, but I just decided I need some St. Patrick's Day cards, so I'm going to send these. I thought, let's just do this one. Okay. There you go. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Again, you could actually leave this. If you don't have a St. Patrick's Day stamp set, you don't even have to put something down. And there is I'll show you here. Let me put this away. There is some grass and a fence that you could use if you don't have something to put a sentiment on front. I'll show you the stamp set again. So if you didn't have something that said whatever, like St. Patrick's Day, they've got this grass, and then there's the fence that you could also use. And you could also have maybe made it go down a little bit and then put clouds up at the top too. Okay, so I think that this part might be okay. Good, it's glued down really nicely, and I've got it nice and smooth, very flush with the tops and bottom. Okay. So now let's assemble this part. I'm going to glue this to my Shy Shamrock. This Shy Shamrock looks darker once it's up against this. Oops. I was worried it was going to be too light, but it's not. It's perfect. Okay, glue this down. And it will be centered on that, on the Shy Shamrock. You get a nice, about 1/8 of an inch edge all the way around. Okay, and then we're going to glue that onto this piece that is 3.5 by 5.5 that we cut at the very beginning. And then just center this on there. Okay. Okay, now let's finish doing the decorations. We need to adhere the two 1-inch by 5 1/4. Remember, these ones were 1-inch by 5 1/4 to the inside panels. And so let's look at mine here. So these ones are going to go here, here, and here. So I'm going to go here and here. So kind of the inside of the wings. And we're just going to center them on there. Okay. And then let's do this one. These ones you don't see when the card is closed, but you will see it when you open the card up. Okay, you want to make sure that you're watching. It's you don't put it over top of any of the score marks. Okay. How are we doing? Are we following along so far? I know you might be crafting later, but does it seem like it's making sense so far? Okay, this one seems a little bit crooked to me, but okay. And then the piece that is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4 is going to go here on the right side. Now this piece you will, well, you won't see when it's closed, but this is the one piece you'll see once you start popping it out. Okay. So on this side, both of these flaps are going to be covered with the DSP. Okay, and again, center it, and I'm trying to make it kind of even at the top and the bottom compared to this one. Okay. Okay, so now, once those are dried, now instead of putting another piece of this DSP here, we are going to glue this. And we're going to glue it so that when it's closed, it's even. You see how it's like even on both sides? That's kind of how we want it. So we're only going to put the glue down on here, not on the back of here. Don't put the glue on here. Don't put the glue on here at all. You're putting the glue here. You see a smaller branch tree trunk? I don't know. I guess you could. You know what? I don't think I've seen anybody use that, but you might be able to use these these other leaves to make another little tree. I haven't seen anything, but I'll search, Julie, and if I find one, I will post it in the group, okay? Let me look at the before I glue that. Let me just look at the Sale-A-Bration if it had anything. No, they didn't use it. Yeah. I like this one. I think that they used those leaves as just to make their own sort of background paper there. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think they used it. I'll search for some and see if I can find anything. There we go. Okay, remember, we're only putting glue on this piece here, not on the back of here, because you don't want the part that's going to be covering this side to have glue on it. Otherwise it'll stick and then the card won't open. Okay, so here's kind of the tricky part. You want it to be closed, and then we want to put this down and then make kind of like I'm making sure it's lined up before this dries. And you want it to be kind of even, but you don't want to move it around too much because you don't want the glue to get everywhere. Okay, there we go. I moved that over. Now I think I moved it over too much. Okay. But isn't that cute? Okay, now let's put some gems down. I think I'm gonna put these ones. These ones are pecan pie. Um, so they kind of look like well, this one I put these clear ones. I don't know. I was thinking if I did the pecan pie, it might look like gold from St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. I'll put these. I'm gonna put the clear ones on. I don't know if the gold, it doesn't look gold enough to me. It does look more pecan. Okay, so, and I'm just adding these to give it a little bit more interest in these kind of open spaces. And then again, you usually put 3 or an odd number. And these ones are really kind of flat. I'm impressed with really the dimension on these. Again, these are pecan pie and clear ribbon adhesive. Okay, so that is the Funfold. You wanna let that kind of dry before you start getting too crazy. Like, okay, this one's pretty good. So, and then we put it into an envelope to show you, because it obviously doesn't really stay closed like right now. Like, it was really hard to take some pictures of it to make it look kind of good. But what I really like about this and why I wanted to do it is because when it's closed, this looks like just a regular card front, right? And then you don't notice that it's a Funfold until you kind of open it up. But I like how it looks when it's closed. So when you put it in an envelope and someone pulls it out, they're going to be surprised, right? And then the good thing about it is it does stand up. See how it stands up so nice? It stands up very nicely. So somebody could put it on their on their mantle, on their desk, and see it all day. More of a bush than a tree for that one. Yeah, that probably it can be. Like you could probably put a couple small ones beside it. Actually, and also behind that fence, I wonder. But one of the reasons I really like this one is because it stands up. And when it stands up, it looks like this, which I think is nice. Okay. So there is the Funfold. Really easy. Again, I was surprised by how it's put together. I was like, how did they do the flaps on this? I kind of thought, I don't know. I wasn't sure at first. But then, I found out this is just the back piece, which I think is kind of fun. Okay, I didn't put any gems on these ones. I might do that while I have it here. So I'll wait a second so you guys can ask any questions if you have any questions. I think all these cards need, and I took pictures of it without. Oh, you know what? Why maybe I didn't put gems to begin with is because I didn't want to add um, dimension to a card that you're going to put in the mail in case it made it too thick. But these ones have a really low profile. I mean, they almost look. I mean, they almost don't have any dimension, which obviously they do. But and you can make this card with any um, any stamp set or whatever. And like I said, it actually would be a fairly easy card to make using some of that designer series paper that we have that it's just a gorgeous scene on it, and you wouldn't need to even do anything else on it, just make a real small sentiment or something. Okay, next week I'm making the scrapbook layout. This is from the Everyday You and Me scrapbooking kit. So we're going to do the Everyday You and Me scrapbook layout. I really love this kit. This is a Stampin' Up kit, and it's very close to my heart feeling. Don't you think? It feels like a close to my heart. It's got these little, it's not wood, it's that paperboard pieces. It's got the punch outs, it's got the stickers, and I think we did a scrapbook layout that had this shape, punch out before. So Everyday You and Me, and I'm going to use this for Monroe's book. Oh, thanks, Dee. I think it's fun. It's different. It's a little fun fold, but you want to do something different every once in a while, right? So, okay, just a reminder about Sale-A-Bration through February 28th. I'm giving away this month in February. I'm going to give away the card workshop to make these cards. If you spend $60, I will send this. This is one of the sets that you can get from Sale-A-Bration. The paper is one of the free gifts. Let's see. Actually, I think it was, yeah, here. So this paper is a free gift. And it coordinates with the terrific toadstools, the stamp and punch. It coordinates with that. So this one, the stamp and the punch are in the regular catalog, but the paper you can get free with your $60 purchase. And then you can get the paper free with the $60 purchase, and I'm sending the directions for this if you spend $60 this month. last month I gave away the directions how to make this workshop. And you could get this one instead if you would prefer this one. This is the fruit salad workshop. And the fruit salad this was also free. And it's also 6x6. I love this card here. It's a lot of fussy cutting though. So this is my gift to you if you spend $60. So next week, scrapbook layout. Any questions? Any questions before I go? Diana, I don't know if you're on here. I sent your sketch challenge prize. And I think I was telling Julie and those guys, I bought these new envelopes to try and send some 6x6 paper. Here's the envelopes. These are 6 1/8 by 6 1/8. They technically meet the requirements for first class. And I went and mailed that pack. And I put 6 sheets of the 6x6 paper. So I was trying to keep it under the 1 ounce. And she only charged me 73 cents to mail it, which I think isn't that what the price of a stamp is now? 73 cents? I thought it was going to have to be more because it was a square card, but she did not charge me more, so it only cost 73 cents. So that was a good choice, 73 cents versus $6 ground. What is that called? UPS ground advantage. I think it's what it's called, ground advantage. But okay, so maybe you'll be getting some 6x6 paper since I've got these new envelopes, and you can see, look how many I had to get. Like there's a billion here. But that's the only ones that I could find that were 6 1/8. Everything else was like 6 1/2 or 7, but it had to be 6 1/8 for the first class. So okay, if there's no questions, I will see you guys next week for the scrapbook layout. It's from this kit, Everyday You and Me, and I think I'm gonna do this layout on Sunday. I did this one. This is the sample. I think I might do this one. Okay, thanks for joining. Talk to you later. Bye.